or a Google panoramic view of the Mediterranean Sea. But this is just the main topic of our interest in the fields of research and also of teaching. The Mediterranean environment in antiquity was a crucial area of development of civilizations. Antiquity means from the Bronze Age to the late Roman Empire. So a remarkable, impressive network of different cultures, civilizations, social organizations, religious beliefs. Look at the great empires of Near East, the ancient Egypt, Greece, the Roman world, Italy before the Romans, the Phoenicians, the Anatolian states, and so on. A true network of hybridization, of trade and also cultural interrelations. For us, this is really important field of research and teaching. And for this reason, we decided some years ago to create a new MA titled The Ancient Mediterranean World, History, Archaeology and Art.
The program offers a broad vision of the Mediterranean, teaching courses in history, prehistory and archaeology of the different regions and the different cultures. We start from, for example, prehistory of Europe, the western portion of the Mediterranean, the Near East, and then we move in the early civilization of Mesopotamia and Western Asia to the main civilization of the Greco-Roman world, and then into the late antique. We also offer in-depth seminar and tutorial in methodology, in archaeology, and in bioarchaeology, thus offering a true complete reconstruction of this ancient world. Since the student in our program comes from the 5 corners of the planet, we also provide pre-courses for those who do not have an initial formation in ancient Mediterranean cultures and civilization, to bring them to a higher starting point to join courses that are at an MA specialized level.
I have loved being in Pavia for the last 2 years. I have learned so much from this master's program, and it's a fantastic opportunity for anyone who decides to join in with it. Not only because is it taught in a lovely Italian town very close to Milan, but it also has a huge variety of courses on offer from ancient Egypt and Greece, obviously Italy as well, but Mesopotamia, courses to do with Syria and Israel, fantastic breadth. And also, if there's something that you haven't studied before, you'll probably find it in this course because you've got history of art and archaeology, and it's one of the few in the world that actually gives you this kind of breadth and these opportunities. So that's fantastic to be able to do as well. On top of this, you have access to some of the best in the world in terms of their expertise. The professors here are fantastic, really kind, really generous with the time, always listen to you and what you need as well. In terms of the program, what are your commitments and how does it work? You have to do a mixture of presentations, so oral presentations both in group or solo. You have to write essays, and you also have to do oral exams with your professors, but they're all really understanding. They spread them out, and if you're having any difficulties with them, you can talk to them about it and they'll be very understanding about it. Obviously, the thesis is also, writing the thesis is quite a big part of this degree as well. But you'll be basically with 1 or 2 supervisors, and you'll be encouraged to kind of discover yourself on the projects that you want to study. Whether it's ancient Rome or ancient Greece, 2 different cults, whatever it is, there will be something for you, which will be fantastic.
The University of Pavia is very active on the research front. Every year, archaeological campaigns take place in crucial contexts, both in Italy and abroad, including 2 UNESCO sites for archaeological heritage. These are the ongoing research projects in the prehistoric age site of Valle Camonica in the Alps and in the classical age site of the Emperor Hadrian's villa in Tivoli. Other archaeological projects of the department involve the territorial and spatial study of a wide northwestern region of northern Italy and the excavation of classical age sites such as Rivanazzano and Calvatone. Other projects are also carried out in Cappadocia, Turkey, and include the excavation of important sites such as Kinik-Huyuk, and all in all offer a broad and unique archaeological opportunity for the students of the master's course. They can learn the techniques of survey, archaeological excavations, and also the first handling of the artifacts.
I speak here for myself, but also for my colleagues. We are all going on with our archaeological and historical career. Now I am a PhD, but some of my colleagues are doing high schools of specialization, both in Italy and abroad. And some of us are even already working as professionals in archaeological excavations. So you can get a lot from this MA, and I really encourage you to come and join us.
My name is Adahan. I'm from Turkey. I'm a student of the MA program here in University of Pavia. I like Pavia a lot. The thing I like the most about Pavia is its close proximity to Milan. In my bachelor's, I lived in Istanbul for 5 years. And even though I liked the city, the problem was the big cities take so much of your time, and even though it is where stuff is happening and you have all your options to have fun and go out and all that stuff, I found it difficult to live there. In Pavia, I don't have this. I really like, Milan is a half an hour train ride away. So anytime I feel like going there with my friends, or anytime is there a museum exhibit or something cultural that I want to see, I can go there easily. And on top of that, I have the comfort of living in a small town. You know, you have a community here with students, and after living here, you're going to see that you notice and kind of, how to say, you recognize shop owners, you recognize people in the street, you become part of the city, and it feels very cozy and very comfortable. And it's, I think it's very important for a person who is coming abroad and starting a new life in a new foreign city, especially if you don't know Italian. I think this is very valuable, to live in a community where you can feel like you know people and you can sort of help each other and stuff.
The Mediterranean Archaeology program offers as well a series of museums internships, mainly in museums of Lombardy and of Piedmont. In this way, our students are hosted in local museums such as the Museo dell'Università di Pavia, as well as in international structures such as the Egyptian Museum in Turin, where they can learn, together with the staff, all the activities behind the scenes which are necessary for a museum to work. So they will be involved in the organization of the day-by-day activities, didactic and outreach in the museums, as well as in special occasions such as restoration works or organizations of exhibitions both at local, national and international levels.
Apart from the private market, studying at the University of Pavia means having direct access to a different number of housing applications. In particular, students can apply for accommodations run by Edisum. Edisum manages 11 colleges. They offer thousands of places, and the accommodation is normally regulated by the distance of the students by Pavia and the familiar incomes. So there are also many places which are totally for free for the students. Then students can also apply for merit-based colleges. There is a number of colleges like the one we are speaking now from, which offer accommodation, services, tutoring for students who show and demonstrate high quality in studying and a high level of academic performance. Students who live in one of these colleges can have access to many activities, cultural, sport, fun activities. They surely enjoy their life and their stay in this city.
In our master's course, tuition fees are very advantageous. So for non-EU students, for example, they can range in between 400 and 3,500 euros. But there are a lot of fee waivers according to the country of origin, for example, or the family income. Also, since Pavia is really focused on creating a global community in its university and in its city, there are every year at least 120 waivers and scholarships that can be given to students in the form of free accommodation or in the form of a small stipend for students. Also, the University of Pavia is very well integrated into the Erasmus Plus network. Erasmus Plus is a European program that allows students, international students, to gain more experience and international possibilities for them to enrich their curriculum and their possibilities. So thanks to this program, for example, Pavia students in the past had the possibility to do internships, for example, in art galleries in Vienna, in London, in Lisbon, or also in the most prestigious museums, for example, on the Museumsinsel in Berlin, or at the Fitzwilliam Museum in Cambridge, or even the Louvre in Paris. Also, if your focus is on studying and writing your thesis, you have the same possibility through the Erasmus program. In the past, students had been able to go and spend a study period or write their thesis, for example, in Germany, in Munich, or in France, in very prestigious universities such as Lyon and Paris.